And we have dead air. Right
That's
through the fucking gate, man. This is a professional organization, people.
Beach forgot to do his intro.
I don't have an intro.
That's why you had dead air.
I don't do fucking intros. Oh, hi, people. Hi out there. You're live now. Oh, yeah, Dre. Yeah, fuck you. I like starting it fucking just... That's my favorite. That's what in doing the green room is just like, oh, yeah, I pushed the broadcast button. And it's right in the middle of the conversation.
Yeah.
That's raw, baby. It's raw. It's total cinema. It's total art fag cinema school shit. Deal with it.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? Actually, Sarah Hahn. I don't know. I don't want any condiment.
Listen, I promise I won't bring up ketchup, and if you want to show them that picture I sent you, you can.
No, I won't. I don't want to provoke him. Quite frankly, because he'll blow up my house or something.
Does Aldous know the picture I'm referring to?
No, you might want to put it in the chat.
Okay. I don't think Aldous will be able to get it. He's on a phone or something there. It's a family of 4, and they're all wearing Heinz ketchup T-shirts while on vacation.
Oh, that one. Yeah. Kill them all. The young
3 of them are wearing, and to boot, 3 of them are wearing Crocs.
Kill them in front of their grandparents. And say, actually, I'll fucking send it to Coughlin. Let's see. Random room is random.
Yeah, let's see if we can get Coughlin in here.
Let's see.
Let's see if Coughlin is mad enough to show up.
He's done it on occasion. He talks to us. He talks to us lower life forms every once in a while. Actually, I'll probably like sell a lot of this tchotchke that you see on the show. There's a reproduction there of a Viking warrior. Actually, there's a lot of cool shit in this house. The Kandinskys. And actually, I did see this show. I don't know, you probably can't. Heavy ass fucking frame.
Very nice.
Oh no, that's something you got to keep, Beach.
Oh, I am.
Because you know, if you sold that, some emo kid's gonna buy it and think it's a reproduction.
It's not a reproduction. That's actually. Oh, there we go. Crash and bang things. No, I actually saw that show. That's actually mine too. I stole that poster. Barrett's stole. No, I ripped it off from fucking one of the venue signs at the Santa Monica Civic. Punk rock. Okay, I thought this would be a lot more animated.
Well, we're not really talking about anything.
Yeah, I know. Start talking shit about Jenny McDurk.
Oh, what'd she do now?
Oh, I guess the whole fucking drama cycle started up with the SJWs. But yeah, she's a bore. Oh, then there's that article that I fucking sent out that somebody sent me about this Kentucky fuckface wanting permission to discriminate against gays again.
Oh, yeah, that woman.
There's that.
Something I found out apparently is the Westboro Baptist Church does not like her.
That's what she's divorced 3 times.
How far?
It's due to the divorces and stuff. That's their grounds for not liking her. But do you realize that when they go to protest her and you go to protest her, you're now standing beside the Westboro Baptist Church and you can't do a damn thing about it?
Yeah.
Okay.
They finally got the moral high ground.
Did you know that the old man was a civil rights attorney?
Yeah.
You know what their gambit is? That's how they make their living.
Mm-hmm.
They sue and pretend, basically extort fucking all these communities they go into. Say, oh, we'll file a lawsuit if you don't let us protest. And they pay them off. I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Link to hangout.
There, I sent it to a few people on Skype.
Cool bait.
And I asked the art fag.
Art fag, yeah, you remember that. Yeah, Max, UD.
He hasn't gotten back to me. I mean, I don't know. I can look.
I'm not seeing any fucking major things going on either.
It could just be one of those weekends.
It could be. This has happened in Stickham all the time.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah. Your youngling friend asked us that they were going to watch.
Huh?
What's her name? His name? You're one of your student friends?
I can ask. I'll check.
Yeah. I know it's late too, so I know your kid's in bed. Yeah, Belfop, where are you? I'll get a Belfop in here.
It's pretty stupid. All right, hold on. Move. You're in the way. What'd you do with my laser pointer? Jesus Christ.
Did the cat get the laser pointer?
Yes, because I put the laser pointer down.
Rule 1, never give the cat the laser pointer.
Oh, it's that
What
job.
do they win?
You like go into fucking Brian's show or some bullshit like that.
Huh?
You're bad.
Hang on, I'll be right back.
It's a good thing you're adorable. You know that? It's a good thing you're adorable. Or I'd have kicked you down the stairs. A couple of times. All right. Let's see who's online.
Yeah.
So, Headless, you hear any good Anita Sarkeesian jokes lately?
Videos.
No, not lately. Why? You got any new ones?
I just kind of came up with one that last night I fucked Anita Sarkeesian in the ass, and even the scabies didn't want anything to do with her. That's all I had.
No, the last good Anita Sarkeesian joke I heard was when she was on TED Talks.
When was that? That was a long time ago. She
Oh
already.
wait, no, that's when she was on TED Talks. That made me laugh so hard.
Okay. Yeah, she is the punchline.
And what's going on with Arini and little
Arini
Jordan Owens?
disappeared. Arini's disappeared. Jordan Owens, look, yeah, obviously he's suing. Or I don't know who's suing whom, but they're waiting for that to be settled. Like, who's the real Sarkeesian hater? That's pretty much it. That project was fail at the start. It's all like you have to have something.
Well, look who was doing it.
You can't fucking, it's a fish or cut bait situation because Sarkeesian, she's becoming irrelevant.
Mm-hmm.
So you better strike hard and quickly.
While the irons.
Or nobody's gonna fucking care. It's gonna be Anita who. That's. Yeah, that idiot Arini, he knows nothing.
These dummies never even got their movie released.
Yeah, he thinks he's fucking gonzo too, and that insults me because I am a devotee of gonzo.
Mm-hmm.
And he has no idea what it's really about. Just like anything, he's a clueless son of a bitch. What else do I have? Yeah, that's odd. Obviously, actually, we need a writer's shop session for your thing too, Aldous. We'll get to that later.
Right, all right.
Fucking goddamn Nax was all like hot, like he's like, yo, get in here, get in here. Now where is he?
Looking for his manhood beer.
I see. Damn, this change of weather too.
It's raining here.
Well, change of weather, I start hacking and whatnot. Where's August, too?
I don't know.
Send a message to fucking
I
Sarah.
did.
Nice.
I don't have Sarah on. You'll have to do it.
I already did that.
Ah.
He's not answering. Let's keep going. Live room.
So if I'm going to send the watch link to somebody, I just need to find the YouTube video and grab that link, correct?
I don't know what you're asking me.
Yes.
Okay.
Otherwise, you send the link you used to get in that gets them
Oh,
in.
there's Andy N.
Well, the person in question specifically said he'll watch.
No, that person that was in the room last night, I got his contact information, so I will send him the link.
Oh, just sit back and watch this one, Headless.
Yeah, no shit.
All you have to do is say Hillary Clinton, and then we got like an hour and a half of footage just to fucking watch and laugh.
Yeah, that's all you gotta do. Alright, obviously we're gonna have to work for it.
Oh, well, almost. You know you have your Hangouts numbered completely wrong, right?
I don't care.
You did like 1 and then 2 and then skip to 5 and
Yeah.
It keeps them guessing.
yeah. And I don't need to watch the Hangout while I'm in the Hangout.
I'm even sending out troll bait. What's a brother gotta do? It is Saturday.
Hello?
Hello.
Clinton.
It's Andy.
Yeah, there you are. Did you have your debate with Logan?
I sure did.
Oh, okay. Why don't you put the link in the fucking chat?
Alright.
And
Is this live? Can I get a link to this
live
stream as well?
You okay? Just to give you a warning, you are in a live hangout. Yes.
Yep. It tends to warn you about
These
that.
things will be recorded so you can
That a
mock
problem?
later.
Is that a problem? Or
No, it's fine. It was just I just want a link to the stream.
okay. So how did it go?
Alright, I guess.
Okay. That doesn't. Did he recruit you
So
into
grown up.
the?
So ready to take on the world. I thought I was finished raising my baby. Turns out,
Thank you for the ad revenue.
You're welcome. I'll let it play. I generally do. People I like, just to give them a fucking bump because they went through the effort, I actually let the ads run through.
Everyone calls me annoying for doing this and saying this, but personally I despise ad block, which is why I don't use it myself.
Right.
Well, I mean, I use it, but I always have it disabled on YouTube, and whenever there's a creator I like, I disable it, because it's like, it's a minor convenience.
Oh, this
That
is just them putting an ad on your shit that you didn't approve of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if it's like a website that I really don't like, I mean, I'll do it. If it's something like, I don't know,
When
Jezebel
you go
or whatever.
surfing for porn.
Sure, I guess.
I'd love to get Kevin Logan in here, and actually, we were supposed to debate, but he like brushed me off, so I'm like, whatever. That's cool. Bro, dog. Kevin's a lowlife. He's only interested. He's the Matt Slick of feminism. Pardon me, I'll be right back.
Well, I mean, I know why he does it. I mean, I know why he does all the debates. It's because it's free publicity for his channel, and I'm sure that he thinks that it's like this super clever thing that we don't notice. I mean, everyone who debates him knows why he's doing it. It's just that he's the only one who will debate, which is why we do it. You know, it's because we're really desperate for someone to debate with at this point. It's not like Steve Shives who will block you. You know, Steve Shives never even tweeted at the guy, and he blocked me. I made a video response. Someone else tweeted the video response to him for me, and so he blocked me. That means that he saw the video, then went on the channel, then went on the channel, saw what my Twitter was, then blocked me.
There's a lot of people who know that. You're talking about Steve Shive's shit tactics.
Yeah. I never even tweeted at him, but he still justifies it as defending his audience. Yeah, right.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Well, he's defending his audience from you, shit lord.
Yeah. I just harass all the time. Harass a guy I've never even tweeted at or talked to.
You've opposed his views of the world because you're a shitlord, and that's true.
Well, I said that he was a bad person, and that was like as personal as it got. And I had every reason to call him a bad person. He was basically saying that suicidal men were failures and fun to kick around, so of course I'm going to call him out on that.
Wait a minute, Steve Shive said this? Do you have fucking evidence of this?
I'm paraphrasing, of course.
Oh.
But it was that he said MRAs are awful people who are fun to kick. He was like, MRAs are resentful. This is the actual quote. MRAs are resentful failures that are fun to kick around. And I brought up the fact that one of their main talking points is suicide amongst men, and how he's basically saying that men who are depressed or men who stick up for men who are depressed are resentful failures who are fun to kick around. Those were his exact words he used, fun to kick around. I can show you evidence for that.
Oh, he's a lovely individual. Trust me, I have no love for that kind.
Yeah. It's a shame that I actually used to like some of his former videos, because they made sense, but then they don't make sense. The ones on religion in particular.
Just trying to
They
buy.
make sense, except that they don't make sense when you put them in content with the views that he came out with recently.
He doesn't care about making sense. He cares about making money.
Yeah, him and his male privilege. Which is, his male privilege is what's making him live on hipster welfare on, like, what, $100 a month?
Well, no, he's a conflict man. Just like the charge I against people against Thunderfoot. You don't want to salute. You ever notice what policy advocacy has he done? In other words, this is the policy, we need to do this to solve the problem.
Oh, he doesn't do any of that. He just likes to bemoan other people's policies.
He wants the conflict. And in fact, if the conflict goes away, he loses revenue stream. Conflict as revenue.
Well, currently he's on hipster welfare, so...
What's hipster?
He's on hipster welfare. Basically, hipster welfare is when someone is making enough money to get by barely with help because they are choosing to do a very low income job when they could be doing a much higher income job. Something that
Okay.
hipsters have a tendency to do.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
they
first of
could
all,
be out there as an office worker, but instead they're an artist, so they're on welfare. That sort of thing.
well, first of all, his wife pays all the bills. She's a professional. She's the one who goes to work. He's a stay-at-home husband.
So that's certainly true.
So
Yeah. He's like making what, $100 a month or something? Hang on. Let me check his Patreon. Steve Shive's Patreon. It's definitely not a yearly wage.
yeah, he's making more than that.
He's
Well, no, that comment.
he's making a 1,300. He's making 1,300 per month, which is not nearly enough to pay a year's wage. That's that's like less money than you'd make a
That's
year
pretty
working at
good.
McDonald's.
Your spouse is making a high-end, five-figure salary, though.
Is she really making? How much is she making?
I have no idea, but I'm saying she's probably mid to high five figures.
Probably. Either that or he has a second job.
They
Or he's a
don't
trust
have,
fund baby.
They don't have children.
Yeah.
They don't have children. It's just them.
Or, of course, he's just a trust fund baby, which is actually what a lot of these people are.
It might be. It might be.
Like, that's what Jonathan McIntosh is. He's a trust fund
What?
baby, so...
Actually, he's a high-end trust fund baby. I know who he is. I know some of the people he trucks with, and I know some of the people whose parents he trucks with, because they truck with my parents up in Seattle. Very high end. I know where he lives. I know where his parents live. I know where McIntosh's parents live.
I'm going to guess somewhere in Bellevue, because that's... Or maybe... Actually, no, Mercer Island?
No. Try a little higher up.
Cambridge, maybe?
Well, they're retired.
Uh,
They live up in the San Juans.
oh, that makes sense.
Oh,
That
yes.
definitely makes sense.
Yeah. And they're heavily invested in the art farms that those assholes from Bellevue and whatever that you're talking about go up to buy ours.
Yeah, I used to live in that area, so
Yeah.
I knew a lot of those people. I mean, I'm not going to state the town that I lived in because, of course, I'm not an idiot. I'm
No,
not going to
that's
state
fine.
that on air.
That's
But
fine. I'm not. Yeah.
no, but I will say that I used to live in that general area. I don't live there anymore, but I used to.
Yeah.
And you're basically exactly on point. That's the kind of people who live there, the kind of people who
Right.
have never... Most of them have never struggled for a day in their life.
Nope.
You know, most of them are just trust fund babies. You have the occasional ones where they came from like a middle class background or lower middle class background and then married someone up.
Yeah, I think Shives is like East Coast though, isn't he? I don't think he's.
I'm really not. I don't know any of his personal info, and even if I did, I wouldn't really share it, of course, because yeah.
In general, he does have that fucking East Coast white boy attitude, though.
He definitely does, you know. The upstate New York, you know, maybe Vermont attitude.
Yep. I'm at Grandma's house. That's also a 200-acre dairy farm worth fucking 7 figures.
Some of these types are just. I mean, there are probably the people like.
I liked how he
stand
said, like, I actually, I worked, with his YouTube, and he was referring to his YouTube online efforts. a little above the poverty level. And so, like, you scumbag. First of all, your wife supports you. She's paying the fucking bills.
I'm rebooting the network in 5 minutes.
Okay.
5.
Yeah, that actually is pretty. I mean, it's the same thing with Anita. I mean, how much money is she making off Patreon now? A lot.
I have
I
no
mean,
idea, but you know,
people wonder why she never uploads. It's because she doesn't get paid per upload. She gets paid per month. Rebecca Watson uploads all the time because she does get paid per upload. She makes a lot more than a living wage per upload when she really doesn't do anything spectacular in her videos.
for what? Dude, Jesus Christ, for what? I should fucking get more money just for this.
You know what? There's a YouTube channel where a guy just takes random things and pokes them. It's called Poking Guy. I think I'd pay that guy more Patreon money than Rebecca Watson.
Why did you pay a Patreon? Oh, because it's art.
He needs to
Rebecca
buy things to
Watson's-
poke. Come on, Beach. It's obvious.
Yeah. He needs to get high-tech poking technology.
You know, if I could only remove this goddamn ethics chip. I've been trying to. I'm looking for a surgeon that'll do it without too much brain damage. More than I've suffered already. Which is a lot.
Have you all read the Brianna Wu, Samus is totally trans because I say so article?
I have not. One, I don't care about game characters. Two, I don't care about game characters. Three, it's still fucking hilarious that you're trying to project your own fucking political fucking bullshit on nothing. Nothing. There's nothing there.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're just, oh, because I said so. Listen and believe.
Basically, yep.
It's like,
I'm serious about rebooting it.
I know you're
4
serious
minutes.
about rebooting.
and that fucking,
Okay, gotcha.
and that shit was back in what? That's the mid-90s. Who fucking cares?
What was the game character
Yeah,
anyway?
and even so, she was saying Samus Aran is trans from Metroid. Yeah.
Oh, fuck off.
I mean, first off,
Look, you want to make an argument
no,
about
she's
this.
not.
You go with Pac-Man and Miss Pac-Man. It's obvious right there.
Well, I mean, first off, there's no reason to assume she is. Second off, who cares? She's not real. Third off, even if she was real, why would it be anyone's business what their gender identity is?
What you do is you go ask the original game creators, okay?
Yeah,
What they thought of
they
it.
invented the
They'll tell you
character.
one of two things: no or fuck off.
No. This is the postmodernist interpretation. The audience, the consumer of the information, whether it's literature, movie, or video games, they
Yeah,
get to decide what it means.
Yeah, it's like postmodern is history, right, Beach?
Yes, I know. Yeah, really, I know. Just shoot me. Shoot me now.
Yeah. Let's take a character from ancient Greece and we'll go around saying, see, look, they were gay. How do you know that? We'll see what they wrote. No, they didn't write
Because
it.
we say so.
Yeah.
And I mean, if it's like they're taking it from context clues, like how people say that Gilgamesh and Enkidu and the Epic of Gilgamesh were gay, that might make sense because there were a lot of context clues to hint that they were.
Yeah, obviously there was butt sex going on there. because reason.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of debate because
Postmodernists should just be shot on sight. Oh, let's discuss why the author said the drapes are green. Well, he just said the drapes are green. No, it's
No,
up to us to say why the drapes are green. It's like, go fuck off. Really? Go fuck off. God, I despise postmodernists. Jocks Derrida and all that fucking bullshit. You keep that to like.
These are the same assholes. These
Remember
are the
Beach?
same assholes who
No,
would
these
worship
assholes-
Jackson Pollock.
These assholes use fucking postmodernism. Must go.
Well,
Must-
remember Beach? Paul is dead.
The road goes
And we know this because of all the album covers and the songs.
And how's everybody tonight on this dismal fucking front?
Well, we have our new friend here. Introduce yourself, right?
Well, you can call me Muskie.
Bunch of hairy, man. This is a bunch of fucking hairy men in here. Getting all bearish.
Yeah, testosterone.
Ugh.
Man, bear.
Oh.
This is making me really uncomfortable with those noises.
I'm dead. I'm sorry. I apologize. Yeah, I won't do that again.
You raped me through the internet. Listen and believe. Okay.
Listen and believe.
You know, the best response when people say that is to just tell them, you raped me. And if you don't immediately believe me, then you are a rape apologist.
Rape. Let's all fucking use any excuse to use the rape
Here.
all the time. Rapey, rape.
What isn't rape, anyways?
It's fucking ridiculous. I did actually watch Sargon's analysis of fucking who is that twat?
Which twat?
Yeah, I know. That doesn't narrow it down. I don't know, some fucking upper class fucking twit. Can't remember her name now. Penny. Penny. Yes, Penny. Shut up and listen. You're all misogynists. No. Don't say anything. No protest. Shut up and listen. You're all rapists. You're all rape apologists, misogynists. Man, everyone in here is a white cishet male, presumably. I don't know about you, Muskie.
Yeah,
You like fucking bears, so.
I'll just spin the dial on that one there.
Yeah, you like fucking bears, so I don't know.
Wheel of Fortune, man. Fuck, come on.
Yeah, hey,
Give it a spin, Pat.
yeah. any port in a storm, eh?
Fucking right, eh?
Not what you expected, was it, Andy?
Nope.
This is the whatever room. I think. How long have we been live?
I don't fucking know.
Who cares?
And you still haven't sent me the link.
The link to what? What am I missing?
The stream. The stream.
Oh, just go to his channel and find the video. There's.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
know his channel.
Oh, you mean the front end? Like, fuck, I don't even watch that. I just start hangouts and go fuck you. But it would be funny. Wait a minute. Oh shit, we got one viewer. Somebody's watching us.
Ooh.
That doesn't sit well with me.
Oh, hey, get the fuck off the air. You don't want to
Someone
hear
I don't know just
unimportant
texted
shit
me.
we have to say.
Someone I don't know just texted me asking if I want to have some fun, and I said, "Do you want to play chess? Chess is fun."
Chess is fun. Fuck you. Anybody who says differently.
Damn straight.
If you ever get that text again, you should text the person back and say, "I'll get my axe."
I like to send texts to random people saying, "Dude, you gotta get this monkey out of my apartment. My landlord's starting to get suspicious."
Someone I don't know just texted me asking if I.
I have no idea what I'm doing. And it's brilliant. Alright, here. Front end link. There you go. In the chat.
Thank you, senor.
What was that fucking for anyway? What do you care?
Much you should have shared that link out there. Watch us, bitches.
How many subscribers do you have? You're hiding it. Ha.
Like 50. Yeah, if you're like trying to like ride my fucking coattails of fame, you're sucking.
Yep.
Keep your head low.
I don't have a lot of fame, but I'm well known.
A lot of infamy.
Yes. Oh, most definitely.
Kind of like me.
You're talking to a premier shitlord here.
Right alongside the bearded lady.
I think I've had more people unsubscribe from me than are currently subscribed.
I'm probably responsible for that, Elvis. Yeah, there. Yeah. I don't know. We don't have anything to fucking talk about except Scott. I could talk whales of shit about Jenny McDermott if you like.
Haven't you?
That fucking cunt. That crazy fucking daddy issues having, fucking not knowing how to age gracefully twat. Yeah, I do.
Well, there's also the great fatwa, the ketchup fatwa jihad of 2017.
Well,
talk about that, Muskie.
we have
Yeah. We promised we don't talk about it.
We have to wait for Imam Sarah Hunt to come.
I had to ask him about salsa.
Yeah, what about salsa? Is salsa okay? You know, it's kind of.
That's what I gotta know. Is that all right? Is salsa cool?
Different animal, because really the one ingredient that is required for salsa is vinegar.
It's also required for ketchup. It's also made with tomatoes.
Well, tomato puree is the required ingredient for ketchup.
But it's still tomato based. He doesn't like tomato sauce or tomato paste. That fact, or even a bisque.
So that's what I'm thinking.
Or that you just
Salsa
like that.
might sneak past that.
It's like
Chili
stroganoff,
sauce. Yep.
right? Stroganoff.
And he would not even accept barbecue sauce, which is tomato based. Which there are barbecue sauces which are tomato based. And there are barbecue sauces which are even sweet, depending on where you come from.
No, I don't think he had a barbecue sauce. It was just the ketchup.
Yeah, but his main sticking point on the ketchup was putting ketchup on your French fries or potatoes because it's sweetened.
Yes, I had to introduce him to the ketchup song by Stomp Tom Connors.
Next time, Muskie just ambush him with it.
Nelson Muntz when he's 45. Ah!
And even when I brought up ketchup chips, it's just the same thing.
More dead air.
Oh, that was a train whistle. We were waiting for the train to go by.
Can't tell.
I am not surprised our friend left. He flew.
Like left
I
now.
hear the train a coming. It's rolling around the bend.
He just like
No, he was wise. He was like, what the fuck?
All right, you're talking about ketchup. I'll make my escape now. I'm not getting caught up in their drama about ketchup.
No, like you've been awake too long. There, Nicholas.
Been awake? What do you mean?
Are you having allergy problems? Your voice sounds pretty gravelly.
No, my voice has sounded gravelly since I worked for that call center.
Call center.
Dealing with Americans, trying to help them with their banking when they can't understand what the hell they're doing with a dollar.
Blame the Yanks or whatever.
Well, they were all American. It was all in U.S. banking.
American.
Somehow believing the internet should be automatic and instantaneous, and there should be no wait times for anything sent to them in the mail.
No.
And somehow that swearing at me will make a wire move faster. I'm sorry, Beach, if you cannot spell the name correctly to me for the person you want me to wire money to, I can't wire money to them.
that's the rule.
That's the rule.
That's not fair.
So don't sit on the side of a highway running around with trucks blowing by while you're using a crappy cell phone trying to wire money for a house. You should have thought of that last week.
Because that doesn't sound shady at all.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like a normal thing a normal person would do. You're trying to buy a house, get all the money into one account first. Don't wait for it to transfer on the day you're trying to make a wire.
Gross. Okay, I get it.
Right? There's nothing I can do if you're financially incompetent.
I'm just gonna stop the
I
fraud.
was gonna say, speaking of financially incompetent, how's fucking Donald Trump doing down there with his whole political thing?
Flavor of the month. He'll be gone by February.
Yeah. Isn't there always somebody like a Trump or some other crazy loon who gets up like this every time?
No, not this early, but because the infinite wisdom of our fucking electorate, and it is the electorate,
Mm-hmm.
we've started silly season. What? How long has this been going on? For 6 months, and the first primary isn't until February 1st. It's all bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Especially with this shit with Bernie Sanders, too. It's like, oh, he's ahead. How can you take a fucking poll about what's going to happen in Iowa or New Hampshire 6 months before the primary begins? Really? Really? Are you that much of a fucking... And people believe this bullshit, too. And the real numbers, and they're ignoring the real numbers. Sanders is not that... Hillary. Because I'm sorry, after the fucking BLM thing, he was finished. He's an old grandpa that got pushed around by a bunch of punks in the park. That's the fucking story right there. That's the image. You're done. You're through. And I made that. That's why I made that Facebook post. You're through. You let a bunch of, like, fucking, not even a bunch. I think it was 3 people push you away from the stage on your own fucking supporters back rally. Fuck you. And you know what? Fuck you, Sanders, for fucking doing that. Not putting those thugs into handcuffs and throwing them into the fucking tank for the whole weekend. Fuck you. You're weak. Because I don't care how righteous, you know, the cause of whatever these fucking little things. If they did try to do that in a caucus meeting that I was running, that's exactly what I would have. I would have them in handcuffs within 15 minutes.
I wonder if Bernie's any relation to the Colonel.
Don't care. All I know is I don't let my, my family.
Well, you know, fuck.
Yeah, well, my family taught me to stand up on my hind legs.
Oh, well, yeah.
Don't let yourself be bullied by anybody. I don't care who the fuck you are.
If you want to live any for a length of time, yep, that's
Do
pretty
not
well how it works.
fucking bully me into anything, sir. You want to use force like that? And that's what it is. This is what fucking these, like, white guilt-ridden pieces of shit want me to do. I'm running a caucus meeting. Local Democratic caucus meeting. Oh, you know, and these BLM fucking turds charge into the meeting. Oh, well, sorry, Mrs. O'Malley. You had time on the clock to talk about that broken street light that we're letting those, like, punk kids hanging out in your neighborhood. But, oh, I'm sorry. You got to shut up, sit down, and listen, because this asshole who doesn't even live in the neighborhood, who represents this organization called BLM, is going to come in here and take up the rest of our fucking time this evening to wag his finger in our face, calling us a bunch of racists. So sorry, Mrs. O'Malley. That's what's happening. You really think I'm going to do that? No. I'm going to pull out my pocket scorpion if they even fucking come close to the gavel I am wielding. And I am going to beat them and then call the police and have them arrested and taken away in handcuffs. And yes, I am going to press charges for trespassing, and they are going to fucking sit in front of a judge and they can explain their oppression to them. That is how it's going to go down. I am not going to be bullied by people like that. And that is why I'm not going to vote for Bernie Sanders. Because he's a bitch. Do I make myself clear? Nothing to say, huh? All right, good. Moving on to the next agenda item.
Oh shit! I was wondering exactly how long. I'm wondering now exactly how long I was muted. Because I was going off for quite a while there on you. The question.
I didn't mute you. Alan.
No, you did not. I muted myself, and now I'm wondering how long ago I did that. But the question I had was, it's the public perception of the candidate that matters to you, and not their stance on the issues.
That matters a fucking lot dude. Do not underestimate perception in politics.
Okay.
Ever.
But their stance on the issues has nothing to do with the reason why you're voting for them.
I am not going to vote for a pussy who lets him be pushed around by a bunch of punks.
And this
That's
is
right.
exactly why Donald Trump is so popular with Americans.
I'm not going to vote for Donald Trump. I'm going to vote for Hillary Clinton, actually, who did handle BLM properly, did address their concerns in a proper manner, and let them have access. You muted yourself again, Aldous.
I did, yes. I'm in the middle of things.
I am not going to, I'm telling you, I'm not going to let myself, I'm not going to vote for someone else who's going to fucking be pushed around like that. I'm sorry. That disgusted me. And it wasn't the BLM protesters that disgusted me. It was Bernie Sanders that disgusted me. Stand up for yourself. All that time he stood up on his hind legs, all those decades, and he let these bums push him around. That disgusts me. I will not vote for him as president because of that. Because he let these bums push him around. And yes, that is important.
Well, then I guess it's a good thing we live in different states.
If he can't stand up for himself, why should he be president? Where he's supposed to stand up for the rest of us?
Well, I suppose it's a good thing we live in different districts because our votes would cancel each other then.
I'm very sorry. I actually love Bernie Sanders. But we're talking about the office of the presidency. We're not talking about a mayor or a alderman. Okay? Those people are not the constituency of the president for being president. The president represents the entire country. Do you understand that, Aldous?
I get it. I know that.
And I don't want somebody who's supposed to represent the best interests of my country being so weak that 3 or 4 thugs.
He handles an escalated situation diplomatically instead of, going straight to...
He didn't. He got bulldozed.
Uh-huh.
Hillary actually handled BLM diplomatically and in the proper extent and maintained control of the situation. Sanders did not. And more importantly, the people Sanders surrounded himself with did not. They let these bullies fucking take control of the situation. And they were in control of the situation. Not Sanders. That's not somebody I want to be president. I'm sorry. Excuse the fuck out of me. That's the fucking issue here. I don't want a president that can be pushed around that easily. And he was pushed around. What if it was a bunch of neo-Nazis doing that, taking over the microphone? Would you feel the same way? Aldous?
I don't think that the neo-Nazis would be out to get themselves arrested.
That wasn't what I asked.
You know that those bitches were there to get arrested. That's what they wanted. That's exactly what they wanted to do. And I think it took a great deal of restraint and a great, strength of character to not have them arrested. To not give in to them. to not give them exactly what they wanted.
And thereby look weak.
No, I think it showed strength.
No, because the people that fucking showed up to that rally wanted to hear Bernie Sanders, not these fucking BLM retards wagging their fingers in their faces, calling them racist. Who do you represent? What happens if he does the same fucking thing when he's actually in the Oval Office? Oh, I'm just good. Oh, well, these people exerted enough fucking physical force to take the microphone away from me and take away my representation of you, the people, because I'm weak. It wasn't an act of fucking courage or fucking strength or even strategic thinking. It was weakness, Aldous. It was fucking extremely, it was a failure.
And I disagree with you entirely.
No, it was a goddamn fucking failure, dude. You don't let people bulldoze you like that. And he was bulldozed. He was fucking chased away from his own microphone. That's weakness. And that is not what I look for in a president. Ever. You fucking tell them, like, oh, okay, you got an issue. Now, my goons, my staff, will take you aside and we'll have a meeting. Oh, that's actually what Hillary did. And we will do it on our terms. You don't let yourself be bullied like that. I'm sorry. I can't believe you're defending this. Or are you egging me on?
Maybe a little both.
Okay.
Not that I know anything about this particular incident, nor do I really give a flying fuck. But anyway, so let me get this straight. So, because Bernie got pushed away from his microphone, he's not in this day and age with people shooting high-profile people and shit like that. You know, your Mark David Chapmans and shit like that. The guy tried to kill Reagan. I'm just thinking, is maybe the guy figures he wants to live a little bit longer. He was kind of actually worried about his own personal safety and welfare at that point in time. I don't know. I'm just surmising. Right?
What's that threat?
And if that's the case, then why was his goons, quote unquote, actually doing security?
Yeah. Where was this?
Where were the goons?
Yeah, exactly.
That would be my question. Where were the goons? And perhaps he doesn't realize he's in the level where he needs goons. Yeah, well, he is now, or he's trying to be.
Say again. I'm sorry. Say again.
Perhaps he didn't realize he was at a level of a representation that requires to have goons at your fucking side when you're in public speaking. He should have, you would think, that he's going for an office of such high status, but like, I don't know. Not all politicians travel with a fucking armed entourage, I'm sure, unless they themselves are armed.
Was that a question? Or
more of
I'm looking for
observation. I've not seen this particular debate or whatever that was going on that you're...
It was a rally in Washington, I believe.
Okay.
Sanders was just chased off the stage at his own rally by Black Lives Matter protesters. Now, before I break it down and give you my thoughts and opinions, here's the clip.
Thank you, Seattle, for being one of the most progressive cities in the United States of America. If you do not listen to her, your event will be shut down right now.
Did you hear that? If you do not listen to her, your event will be shut down.
Was set up an officer of the law? Who was that? Was it,
Correct. No,
Who
those
was
are
it?
the two black
Who
chicks here.
was it? Was it somebody of the law?
No.
It was a Black Lives Matters.
These are the Black Matter goons that fucking
Oh,
bomb.
so these are just nobodies. Get the fuck off the stage. That'd have been my reply.
Her entire goal was to be arrested and dragged off because there were cameras there.
That's exactly what that should have been done. That would have been the brave fucking answer.
So then she could then say, look at this racist old man who had me arrested and dragged off by the police.
Exactly. That's exactly. Play into their hands. This is where you do play into their hands. I'm sorry. Watch the fucking video.
I did.
Put the link in there. I know you did, but Muskoka man, watch the link. I want your opinion.
Okay, I'll have a look at this fucking link.
Yeah, I need to go take a
I'll put myself on mute in the meantime.
Interestingly enough, that particular woman is a Sarah Palin supporter. Oh.
Yeah, it looks bad, don't it?
I couldn't hear that.
Bad.
Sounds like he's yelling at a dog.
And I'm sorry. I have no hatred for Bernie Sanders. I love Bernie Sanders. But this is some fucking not ready for primetime type bullshit. And that's what I'm telling you. What if these were white supremacists? What if these were teabaggers? You have a very fucking different opinion.
She's a teabagger.
Say again?
She was a teabagger. The woman in question was a supporter of Sarah Palin. Or still is.
That doesn't make any difference, Alex. It doesn't make any difference. And it's a big difference. Well, first of all, it's an indictment of leaderless resistance hashtag movements. Fuck that bullshit. You need fucking discipline.
That looks as fucking staged to me as the fucking New York City chorus line. I can't believe that the people standing around her didn't flip out when those young girls started flipping out the way they really did. No, someone didn't do, like, sorry, but that just, I don't buy it. I don't buy it. There's something fishy about that fucking, that whole scene there. That I noticed Sanders, now I understand a little bit more where you're coming from, Beach, just looking at it, but when I see Sanders sitting in the back, it's like he pulled himself out of the play and he's just watching it go off in front of him. Whoever that guy is that's supposed to be his goon. Who is that?
I'm not exactly sure who he was.
I'm not sure who it was.
That's what I mean. That's why. This is why I say it's staged. It looks fucking staged to me. It really does. And the actors are like the three young black people, two female, one male, and the one old guy that's doing all the flapping back there.
It was staged by Sanders himself.
No, I'm not going to say if it was I wouldn't say for sure, but it sure as hell fucking looks like a stage stunt to me. And it wouldn't be the first time that was done in politics either.
No, I'm thinking like loose security at a rally.
Yeah.
Okay, Beach, I gotta go to bed. All right, I gotta drop out.
Security. Like, I can't believe someone hoists them off the stage when she starts jumping up in the guy's face. Like,
no, it's all bullshit.
That's what I mean. And all these people standing there, no one. No, sorry, there's something.
Oh, I'm not even talking about BLM looking bad, but which they do because it is. And yeah, I heard that story about her supporting Sarah Palin. It's irrelevant. It doesn't have.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. That's just a.
Yeah, none of that shit matters. You know, like she's like some secret shill or something.
Yeah, like.
Well, what that means.
Sarah Palin has any fucking.
Yeah, well, what that means is that Black Lives Matter needs more fucking discipline in their organization.
The only place Sarah Palin does anything is in Alaska. Other than that, she doesn't mean much to the rest of the United States. She might as well stay in out of that lower 48.
The thing is, Sanders looks weak. And he is weak.
I don't know. Like,
that's what, no,
people flipping their fucking.
No, that's the whole thing. You didn't see you saw my Facebook post.
Yeah, no, I'm just looking at, like, you know, he's an old guy. He's got two young people flipping the lid. Nobody doing anything. No security doing anything. Like, that.
I think it was shock and awe. I think they got surprised. These people took advantage of a weakness in security.
That's a hell of a weakness, considering it's after 9/11.
Actually, and I'm sorry, even if I was the leftist candidate for president, having them fucking get a little nightstick treatment and some handcuffs and a couple nights in prison or jail, yes, I would do it. I do not let myself be bullied.
We get that, bitch. We get that. We understand that. We're very clear on that.
You don't fucking take over like that.
I don't know.
That's why I don't have any fucking. I support BLM, but this shit, this is fucking hooliganism. It's not right. Do you think this is right, Aldous?
No, I don't think it's right at all. That should never have happened. But, at the same time, I don't think it was a sign of weakness. It didn't look like that to me. Because I would have been the one flying off the handle, pulling my own gun out. I probably would have shot a bitch.
See, that's why you and I need to run for public office.
But then, at the same time, that's because I don't have any restraint.
Yeah, restraint can be a good thing sometimes.
I think it's a fucking jail. Did these people get jailed? No. I would have sent the message. But then look how Hillary dealt with BLM. And she dealt with it fine. She actually gave them a voice. You know, she met with them personally. She went BLM personally.
But then at the same time,
I'm sorry, Bernie, not ready for prime time.
At the same time, these particular protesters were also pretty much basically ousted by the movement because they did not represent the movement itself.
After the fact, and I'm not talking about BLM and how they run their business. That's a different question. I'm talking about how Sanders responded to it.
You're also talking about how Hillary responded to it, and they didn't respond to the same thing. Is what I'm saying.
Okay, I don't understand what your fucking beef is my fucking attitude that Sanders looks weak. He looks weak in this, and there's no fucking spin that you can put on it. I like Sanders being in the primary. Aldis, he's serving an important role. But I hate to tell you this, even he knows he's not going to be president. This is his last hurrah. He knows it's his last hurrah. This is the last effort that he can do before he retires. Because guess what? That's what's going to happen. He's going to retire after this.
All right.
Mark my words. He is going to retire.
Duly noted.
Just like Bill Bradley running against Al Gore, except that Bill Bradley didn't get bum rushed on the stage. Fact of the matter is, Hillary is going to be the next president of the United States. Deal with it. Sanders is not going to win the nomination.
Well, someone's trying to shake up the old social fucking basket of America, so.
No, and that's good.
Oh yeah, no, and I'm not saying it's not actually. It's a long fucking do actually.
I support Sanders being in the process because that's exactly what he's going to do. The fact of the matter is, we're electing the president of the United States, not the president of the progressives.
I'm always amazed though at how most farmers seem to be fucking steadfast goddamn Republican.
They were the old prairie Republicans here in the United States too.
You know, I understand because they both understand a very conservative way of life.
Because the liberal elite fucking in the Democratic Party abandoned them a long time ago.
Trying to get them online with a fucking progressive party that's anything but only in their name is but the only thing that they understand. You don't even think about leading them anywhere near left of the path.
But the good news is Jeremy Corbyn in England got elected head of the Labour Party, so there's some hope there.
Yeah, I wonder how long it'll last.
Also a huge supporter of Bernie Sanders.
And well, yeah, no.
You know what?
They're weird.
Aldis, as much shit I'm talking right now is because I do support Bernie Sanders. His effectiveness to make change. But this kind of fucking crap diminishes his ability to do that. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I understand what you're saying. I understand where you're coming from. I think where you're coming from is patently false, but at the same time,
why is it
you have to understand that there's nothing I can say that will change your opinion.
That's Joe status quo. There's a change.
The fact of the matter is that Bernie Sanders is the only candidate in the field right now whose issues almost entirely, whose stance on the issues, I should say rather, almost entirely line up with my own.
So what?
So I'm going to vote for the candidate whose
I'm not
stance
telling you.
issues.
Wait a minute. Whoa. Time out here, Aldis. Did I tell you who to vote for?
No, you did not. I'm telling you that I, as I always have, vote for the candidates whose stance on the issues most closely align with my own. And in this particular instance, it's Bernie Sanders. I don't see any reason why not to vote for him.
If he gets the nomination, I'll vote for him. Oh, that's an easy bet to follow. Because he's not.
I don't know. I still think that you're going to be surprised. I honestly do.
I think that you're delusional. It would be interesting if you were right, but you're not. You're not right. And I'm sorry, my political junkiness is more reliable than your desires, sir. And that's just the way it is. We're going to have the first female president in our history, and that's the way it's going to go. And if you really... I never really considered you fucking very partisan, Aldous, in past videos. Or I think this is the first time we've been having a partisan fucking hissy fit.
I have voted for candidates from both major parties. I don't go in and vote straight Democrat. I look at the issues, I look at the candidates, but I also don't talk about them in my videos because they don't matter. It never comes up.
Right. Well, you know that I'm not that dedicated to this, that, and the other, despite my labeling myself a liberal Democrat. You can ask Muskie about that. I explained that to him. I've actually bucked the party before.
Yes, that's what I'm actually kind of doing right now with my national election coming up in about a month. And they're just getting signs out now. I'm like, hey guys, you should have been doing this fucking month ago.
Does Canada even really do anything?
We're not like you guys. We don't put this shit on for like 2 years. For
I knew this.
Somebody does.
Don't be, as Brett King would say, insulted.
It's you guys go through these preliminaries, primaries, and then fucking, and it's just like to figure out who's going to run the country. Everybody pretty well knows everybody's goddamn platform right off the hop. So, if you're for the most part in this country right now, it's a three-way tie. I mean, it's so close that even it's a toss of a coin. Literally, everybody's at 30%. What's that?
Are you talking about provincial or national?
No, federal.
Okay.
The prime ministership.
Yeah, that cunt.
Yeah, well, he's out the fucking door come October, I'm pretty sure. But right now, so you've got the 30%, 25 to 30% of the hardcore. That would be what you guys would call Republicans. We call them conservatives. Then we got your about 30% hardcore liberals. You guys call them Democrats. And then we've got about 30% NDP, which is a Labor Party, which you guys don't really got. You're more of a two-party thing. We got this third party. Now we got four.
We have a national coalition among it.
Well, and now we have a fourth party, also called the Green Party, which is the party we might as well fucking vote for because they're the ones that will get anything done.
Because you're a parliamentary system.
It's parliamentary, of course it is. Yours is parliamentary too. You got different names. You call it Congress and fucking republics and blah blah blah. That's the same shit, just a different name.
I will tell you this much, Beach. Depending on what happens in the fall with my district's representative and what he does, and if he does what he's threatened to do, and I don't get him out of his seat in the next election, I am giving serious thought to running for the office of U.S. Representative in 2018 against this fucker.
I will support you. I'll be your fucking campaign manager. Is that good enough for you?
That's fine. But
Just don't ask where I bury the bodies.
There's a fucker, my district, Scott Perry, the representative of my district from Pennsylvania. There's I think it's Kentucky or Tennessee. This Mick Mulvaney is circulating a letter saying that House Republicans are going to do whatever it takes.
Staff, I will formulate a fucking platform.
They're circulating a letter right now pledging that they will do whatever it takes to defund Planned Parenthood, even if that means shutting down the government. And if my representative wants to vote against funding for Planned Parenthood, that's fine. That's his prerogative. But he cannot shut down the government to do it.
Your campaign manager right now.
And, if he does this in the fall, and I emailed him, and I have the full text of the email on my Google+, and I realized after reading it that there's 2 errors in it, and I'm pissed about it.
Aldous 2018, I'll fucking sell it. I'll work for it.
And
Are you serious? You want to run for office? I'll fucking do it, man.
If this fucker shuts down the government in the fall and gets reelected next year, it's on. I'll run against him personally.
I will fucking support you, Aldous. Will you accept?
For no other reason than to get him out of office, I will do it. He was a brigadier general in the Marines. Great. But you don't get to shut down the government. You do not get to fuck with the full faith of the American people. And it's time.
I will actually. I am the scumbag that will find the dirt of what he did when he was in the Marines.
Now, I've been saying this for about a year, that it is time for us as citizens of the United States to tell representatives.
Do you understand? This is where I do my work. This is where the work needs to be done. I will do it, Aldous.
No, and you cannot fuck with the full faith of the American people and get reelected. I won't let that fucking happen.
And we'll make it a fucking... We'll get it as a serious campaign as possible. I'll do it. You fucking sign me on. We'll get the contract.
America! Fuck yeah!
I am a political merc. I'm a fucking political junkie, motherfucker. I'm not... You think I'm joking?
America! Fuck yeah!
I'll get out the knuckle dusters and a brick bat. I will bust people up. I've actually done this kind of shit before.
Welcome to Beaver Island, a.k.a. North America.
And it's going to start, like I said, I wouldn't do it this year. I wouldn't do it this cycle. But, representatives are up every 2 years, so,
If you find someone better, I'll be your campaign manager.
And it's going to start with, just protests and shit, but he can
up fucking money. Start fucking the campaign.
And I'm sick of the fucking House Republicans fucking throwing temper tantrums like petulant children, and I'm gonna take my toys and go home. You can't fucking do that.
Yeah, exactly.
Aldous, we'll talk later. Oh, I will. I'll fucking write your speeches. I will fucking make sure that nobody finds the bodies. Do all and see all. Hang on, I'll be right back. I'm sorry we had such a dispute about Sanders, but that's the fucking facts.
As if that's the most heated discussion you or I have ever been in.
Yeah.
Honest.
Well, we were honest. And we were honest dealers in that discussion, and that's what's important.
And it would be the kind of thing that if that had happened to me, it would have been a completely different story. There would have been shots fired. I probably would not be running right now because...
Like a bitch, get out of my fucking face.
You want to talk? All right, first I'm going to take out my gun.
Yeah. Want to talk about rights? Here's your fucking rights.
But no, it was all a publicity stunt by them.
Yeah, that's I mean that whole thing is a publicity stunt, and I'm sure those fucking girls were working for Mr. Sanders before they ever went up on the fucking stage, and literally working for, not against. I don't think
I'm not sort of that.
He didn't look that nervous. You know what I mean? If you look at him, he didn't look scared. He just stood at the back of it all, and kind of it was like watching a play go off that he'd seen before. And I'm like, really?
Muskie. What are you talking about, Muskie?
Just the same video we were looking at earlier with fucking Bernie Sanders in it, and he just doesn't look. He doesn't look scared. He doesn't look.
He looks paralyzed.
Well, didn't think he looked paralyzed. He's sitting at the back of the crowd as if he's watching something go on. It's just like, okay, whatever. He's not trembling.
Looking impotent.
Relax. It doesn't. Yelling is not going to put your influence any better.
He looks impotent. And he looks like a fucking failure.
It just looks like it's
fucking what if
set
it
up.
was fun? And that's what I'm saying. What if it was a bunch of fucking neo-Nazis?
You already said it doesn't matter.
What would you say then?
You already said it doesn't matter. You said, what if it was a teabagger? And I said that it was, and you're like, well, that doesn't matter.
I'm saying from your perspective.
From my perspective...
Looks like no. He looks...
I already told you, from my perspective, it took a great deal of restraint to not shoot those bitches, because that's what I would have done. Have you ever seen the animated film Batman Under the Red Hood?
No.
I have not. No.
It was a story of Jason Todd, the second Robin, and the Joker kills Jason Todd. Ra's al Ghul resurrects him, and at the end of the whole thing, the whole thing that Jason Todd had schemed was to get Batman to kill the Joker. And Batman said, "Do you think it's actually hard for me, or do you think it would be hard for me to kill the Joker? No, it would be too easy." And it's the level of restraint that Batman has in not killing the Joker.
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be very easy.
Really?
To
Let's compare Bernie Sanders to the goddamn Batman.
I'm not...
Really? That's not gonna fucking fly. Sorry. No. Next.
The Dark Knight.
Nice try. That's how this shit's gonna play out. First of all,
I don't think Colonel Sanders checking 11 herbs and spices will make the
I love this too. Everybody's all like, "Oh, I can't wait for the first debate." In fact, they already want 5, 6, 12, a gajillion debates. You know what's going to happen after the first debate? You're not going to hear any demands for debates.
The debates, I fucking laugh at the questions.
Yeah, you know why?
Questions that America asks of their politicians.
Because Bernie's going to get his lunch eaten in front of him by Hillary.
I mean, any of your politicians.
That is a fucking fact. That's why these noobs are like, "Yeah, Sanders." A stump speech is one thing. A debate is another. Hillary's going to fucking destroy him.
Just remember there, Beach, you would be one man in a crowd of 30,000 at his speeches.
I haven't been at one of his speeches yet, so. Really? The Vox Populi? The fucking crowds? Crowds that aren't even a plurality? Really? I don't think so. I think not.
The point that I was making is that it's the electorate and the number of people that vote for him
It's not even happening until February 1st. That's a very long time in politics, my friend.
Mm-hmm. I understand.
A very fucking long time. That's why, oh, these polls have Bernie at blah, blah, blah. Yeah, who cares? Nobody's gonna remember.
If he wins the first two, will that change your mind?
Excuse me?
If he wins the first two, will that change your mind?
Oh no, because changed my mind for what? What do you think, Aldous?
Because you've already said that you're not going to vote for him. If he wins the first two primaries, well,
the general election, he's not going to win. That's already a fait accompli.
No, anyone's going to win against the Republican candidate.
No. That's not true. Sorry. Bernie is burning amongst progressive voters. Whoop-de-fucking-do. We're voting for a president of the United States, not a president of the fucking progressives. Sorry.
You're going to be surprised.
I think you're going to be surprised, and you're going to get your first lesson in fucking national politics.
Well, when questions like this come from Americans,
all I gotta say now is feel the Bernie crash burn.
This is the first question.
So you're gonna be coming to me, Aldous, and going, yeah, you were right, Beach. You are going to fucking say that. That's what's gonna happen. Bernie Sanders is not going to get the nomination of the Democratic Party. Sorry. He has appeal of a very limited ability. And all his brave statements, he's never made fucking statements that were politically challenging to him at all. Because he represents a fucking state the size of a postage stamp that has the population of 1/4 of the city I live in. Measure that. Look at the fucking facts. That's what it's about. Are you a political junkie or not? Do you want to be a political junkie? You don't. I am. I read these facts. I've been doing this shit since I was a little kid. Bernie Sanders is not going to be president of the United States. Ever.
All right.
Anyway.
You know what's coming.
When the fucking constituency doing the voting asks such wonderful questions as, I want to know if any of them have received a word from God on what they should do and take care of first, then really, you never know. Bernie Sanders might get voted in with that kind of thinking.
Oh, jeez. Oh, ye children.
First question.
You know,
First question of the debate. Yeah.
I'm not saying I don't want Bernie Sanders to be president of the United States. Actually, I don't.
What will happen if he does, though? Just imagine.
Oh, just imagine. Yeah, his impeachment within 6 months.
Just imagine his impeachment. Well, it wouldn't be the first time, and it won't be the last.
He'd be a lame duck as soon as he took the oath of office if you don't change Congress. I'm sorry. And that's the facts of the matter. Why don't any of these revolutionaries ever talk about general strikes?
I'm starting to think my grandma and my granddad were right. FDR was the last good president. Oh,
Actually, as far as that, Nixon.
uh,
I
I would say
that's not a crook.
Clinton wasn't my favorite president.
Does it? It's not illegal.
My favorite president of all time would have to be Andrew Jackson, because he said that he would.
The engine killer?
Said if he would be elected, he would kill all the Indians, and he got elected, and he did just that, which means that he was the only president to have ever come through on all of his campaign promises, and the first supervillain to ever be elected to the office of President of the United States.
Wait a minute. He said there's still engines today, so he didn't do that.
He also is the only president to have paid off the national debt.
Well, and ended the National Bank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love Andrew Jackson, and his parrot was ejected from his funeral because he swore too much.
You can just imagine the kind of guy Jackson was, eh?
Jackson was a lot like somebody tried to do to Jackson what those BLM protesters did to Sanders, and Jackson beat them with his cane.
Yeah, beat them with his cane. Oh, that was back when, you actually got into it with politics, right?
Yeah.
Like the gangs in New York, kind of. Yes.
Jackson was the greatest president ever.
Okay.
I thought you were going to bed.
I lied. Clowns will eat me.
You got ejected. What room did you get thrown out of?
I didn't. I just can't sleep right now.
What room did you get thrown out of? Or I'm going to throw you out of here if you don't know.
Don't lie or we'll know.
Yeah.
I didn't get ejected from anything, Beach. I didn't leave to go somewhere else and come back.
Fucking lying scumbag.
Yeah, I know.
All right, let's talk about ketchup then.
You're a lying son of a bitch. So. You are a lying son.
Retarded children.
Yes. Or we'll change the topic to something I know that either Alden Feller will be interested in or severely annoyed with, and that's cheap Italian suits.
That will be one of my issues. One of the things I talk about on the stump when I run for representative. Ketchup is for retarded children.
Yeah.
God bless America.
Yeah, screw this Reaganomics crap.
God bless America.
And your retarded children and the fucking ketchup industry.
Retarded children and you homosexuals getting gay married and shit.
Yeah.
Really, you're going to be a reactionary candidate? Okay. Yeah.
So all this, when you go into politics, are you going to get peanut butter back into the schools?
You better believe it.
Keep
mandatory immunization.
You're right there.
Now, my whole deal is that if the current representative in my district goes through with his pledge to shut down the government, then it will be my personal mission to make sure he does not get reelected, even if that means I have to run against him. And that's my whole deal. That's the only reason why I would consider running. 'Cause I don't particularly want the job. I can't hear a thing you're saying.
Oh, don't worry.
All right.
He's running up and down the hall yelling and screaming at us about.
Probably better that way.
It's actually, well, Al, this is actually a 6-figure salary.
Yeah. That's if money is the primary concern.
You get a budget, so you can like featherbed your fucking relatives and shit. Although there's actually rules regulating that, but you get to give your friends money because you actually get an office in your home district. I've actually worked on congressional campaigns before. Because I'm a stud muffin.
Although one thing that does
op research and speech writing.
one thing that does appeal to me about being a representative is just the idea of filibustering. Like actually filibustering and standing there for 10, 12, 14, 16.
Yeah, if you're thinking your Mr. Smith goes to Washington, that's a Senate thing.
That would
you actually have a leash put on you if you're a fucking, especially a freshman congressman.
Yeah.
You might get 4 minutes on the floor on a particular issue if you're lucky. And if the whip lets you have it. You really need to look into this. I know this shit better than you.
I don't even really want to do
shit better than most people. I know how fucking government works. And quite frankly, stop worrying about the goddamn presidency and elect more fucking lefties to the goddamn Congress. Who cares? Who gives a shit? Presidents come and go. I would like to see Liz Warren as the majority leader of the Senate for the next 20 years.
Yeah.
Than fucking little wimpy ass fucking Papa Sanders being president for 4 years. If he survives his term. Because he's also old! I'm sorry that I'm fucking cynical and fucking a bastard about these things, but that's the way it is. Bernie Sanders is not ever going to be president. In fact, he knows that. This is last hurrah. He's going to work through the fucking primaries to get his ideas on the ticket, and then he's going to retire from politics. Mark my fucking words. Mark my fucking words. Just like Bill Bradley. And I love Bernie Sanders too, so fuck you. Like,
just picture Beach in a 1942 fucking SS uniform, and this is what he would be saying. Sign the papers.
What? Really? Seriously, Muskie?
I can't. You broke my fingers. Send you your toes.
Really? I'm a Nazi here. All right.
Send you your toes.
Well, everybody has their rolled way.
Sprechen Sie Deutsch? Nein. Come on, get that. Now's the time of the sprocket. Instead of we dance.
About to touch my monkey? Do not touch my monkey.
It's a good thing for you assholes that I'm not a fucking Nazi, because I'd be good at that shit. So fuck you. I'd be really good at that shit. I'd be putting on the dog too. My shit would be all spit shine. Look at that fucking fresh press brown shirt. Motherfucker.
Willst du Krab? Ja.
Motherfucker.
How's the Krab?
Motherfucker. I'd be looking good. Be putting on the Nazi dog. I'd totally look good in that shit.
Ja, und ich habe leather boots.
On fucking jod furs. Well, this is how they do it. Yeah.
Yeah, my hair.
High peak cap with the fucking death's head skull on it, too, bitch. Don't forget that.
Can't forget that, eh?
And you motherfuckers thankful on
Rumble.
the side. And what is it? Why do the bad guys always get the cool uniforms? That's fucked up, man.
So you can tell who the bad guys are.
Jesus,
Look, you know you're gonna lose. You got to have something going for you.
Bad guy doesn't always lose.
Most times, in the end.
It's written that way.
Yeah, it's usually written that way.
You know. Yeah.
I just gotta say it.
Fuck his benevolence. He was a badass motherfucker. The end. Fucking, we'll call him the Gremlin.
Every once in a while, I gotta say it, man. Fuck those Nazi bastards, but they knew how to dress for a war.
Historicity, what? I'm gonna write it the way I like it.
Oh, Muskie was busy listening to himself and his high attitude. How high are you, Muskie? Okay. Question answered.
Question answered. Tongue hanging at the side of my yap.
But you gotta say it, man. You gotta admit it. Those fuckers knew how to dress for a war.
Oh, fuck. Looking good. Can't go wrong with a trench coat. Doubles as a blanket.
No, the gray leather trench.
Oh yeah, they're well, yeah.
Those, man. Them fuck, yeah, that's sporty. I want one of those.
I used to have them.
I got one. I bought it in Atlantic City back in fucking
No, I had
91.
it
doesn't fit me anymore.
No, I have managed to get one, like an East German version. That shit was sporty, and some fuckers.
This was kind of in that style. It was kind of in that style.
You say you used to have one.
We'll have it.
Yes, I used to have one.
Was it a hand-me-down?
No, I found it in a thrift store years ago, and it didn't fit
That's
right.
where I found mine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think all this missed what I asked about it being a hand-me-down.
No, I paid like fucking $25 for a fucking gray leather coat that's easily worth $500. East German fucking goon coat. That shit was fucking rad. It was total goon. It was the same shit that they issued like to the Kriegsmarine. This is going to be the most disturbing hangout ever. This is all up. Yeah, we're still live, motherfuckers, too, by the way.
Yeah, oh yeah, we're live.
Motherfucker. Oh, okay, dead air.
Dead air.
Dead air. Lots of dead air.
Well, that happens from time to time, I suppose.
It does. Well, it fits with what I was saying.
You were saying a lot of things.
Doesn't age well. Jugendframen. I might end this one and start another one, actually. How do you like them apples? How do you like them apples?
9, 9.
I do as I please. Yeah, actually, I'm stopping.
Get this open.